everyone, welcome back to my channel. So if you are new to this channel, I am very real, okay? I don't claim to be the best at anything. I show you my highs, my lows, the uglies, the beautifuls. You get what you get. I don't follow trends. I'm not a brand ambassador. I am just me, and I just be me, and I create art. And generally speaking, I make beautiful things. If you've recently watched the advent calendar, you'll know that sometimes I don't make beautiful things. But this is how it goes. So I love watercolour painting. And I was watching a lot of videos trying to learn how to do it. So this channel is called Shona's Nail Journey. Why? Because it is my journey in nails. From the very first set that I did about 3 years ago, 500 videos previously. So this set is about watercolour, okay? And it's watercolour fail, okay? Because it is a fail. It didn't turn out the way I wanted, but you know what? You learn by your mistakes. And when I went back and I rewatched this, I got very frustrated, I'm not going to lie. This is all sped up because, my God, I spend forever. But when I went back and re-watched this video, and then I watched the video I was watching that gave me the inspiration for this set, and then I could see what I was doing wrong. It's the reason why I started doing this channel in the first place. It wasn't for thousands of followers and, you know, all these likes and this, that and the other. It was because I would create nails and I was watching videos of people creating nails. But of course, when you do your own set, you can't see what you're doing, which I know sounds bizarre because you are the one doing them. So clearly you've got your eyes open, or at least we hope you have your eyes open whilst you're doing a design. But you can't see what you're doing right or you're doing wrong. So I started this channel to be able to watch myself work and create and see how I was doing things to improve my technique and my abilities. I am very out there. I love to try all different mediums. I just create. I just sit at my nail table and see what takes my fancy. So with the watercolour here, I'm trying to make a flower. Okay? And I'm going to tell you what I did wrong. So the first thing I did wrong is, you see, I'm kind of making like a little pokey. I'm kind of poking at it. Why am I poking at it? When I rewatched her video, what she does, she keeps the brush there on the nail and kind of does little circular motions. I was going to put at the end of this video what it was supposed to look like, but I was like, no, because that's going to make my look even more horrific. So I'm not going to do that. But I am going to try this again. Not this exact set, because I've just done this. I like to do something different. But I'm going to keep trying the technique to practice and see if I can get better at it. Okay. The second thing that I did wrong on this is I did 3 petals. Now, when I looked at hers, it was like, oh yeah, there's 3 petals there. There wasn't, there was 5. But because you do the first 3, you leave them to dry, and then you added the other one, so they kind of overlap a little bit. I had clearly missed that part in my brain of that's what I was supposed to do. Okay, so this is supposed to be nice and dark at the tip, but get a lot lighter towards the end, which also isn't what I did. Okay. So yeah, this is painful to watch. But if you are looking at attempting watercolours, then I think that these videos of people getting it wrong is just as helpful as the videos where people are doing it right. Because the thing is, people always post the stuff that they do right, and for them, it just looks easy. You just watch them do it and you're going, oh, wow, yeah, I can do that, I can do that. And then you come to do it and you are so deflated because you're like, I don't get it. How did they just do that? Just like that. Like they waved a magic wand and woohoo, there's a flower. And yet I spent a good hour. Yeah, I spent about an hour messing around. I haven't kept all of that in because I just keep going backwards and forwards, just basically poking at it. For want of any better word, that is basically what I don't know why I changed the size of the brush to see if that would make it better. So on this one, I've used a really small brush, and on the next one, I'm going to use a slightly bigger brush to see if that gave a better effect. It did. The bigger brush, I did like the effect on the second one than I do with this one, but it still wasn't right. And I couldn't understand why it wasn't spreading the way it was supposed to spread. You know, a little bit like trying to use blooming gels and wondering why it's not blooming. Yeah, I could not work out what I was doing wrong. So, like I say, this is me failing. But if people don't show the fails, then you don't learn. Do you know what I mean? Am I making sense? I'm not entirely sure. But that also goes with, you know, part of the course when it's my videos. I just waffle, basically. I did look at whether or not I could, you know, invest and get some music to play in the background. But it all sounds like hold music. By that I mean, you know, when you get stuck on the phone to the telecom company and they just play that god-awful bloody music at you whilst you're on hold, which only irritates you even more. So you've already been on hold for 20 minutes, which you're irritated by the fact that you've been on hold for 20 minutes. It's a telecom company. You should be able to handle telephone calls. Not that I've clearly got an issue there or anything. But then they play that horrible music at you and it drives me nuts. You know, I kind of get to the point that if you're not going to bother talking to me, I just won't even bother putting the sound on. You know, I don't just want to be played music whilst you're doing it. At least tell me what you're doing or just talk to me. Yeah. Right, so this is nail number 2, and this one does go better. So the bigger brush definitely worked, but I still couldn't get it to spread. And that's because, again, I'm not doing the circular motions. So I am going to do another video. Don't worry, you're not going to have the whole of January with watercolours. What I find is it's easier to do a batch of videos when you're doing the same thing that you're practicing and you're learning than it is to do like one here and one there and whatever. But what I will do is I'll just upload them at different times so you're not bombarded with all of the same thing. Because I did actually do some really nice watercolour designs last year. But of course they were months ago. I can't remember what I was doing. I haven't got a clue. I know I did the stained glass window and I really enjoyed that, and I did my fish and I really like that one as well. But flowers, I did some leaves or some buds, I think, on one of them as well. And again, I liked that, but this did not do what I wanted it to do. But I love the colours. Isn't it an amazing colour? I don't know, is it duck egg? I can't decide if it's duck egg or teal, and I'm kind of going more with duck egg. But I'm not sure if it's blue enough. Anywho, that was from my big batch of gel paints from AliExpress. Having used them a bit more for some fine painting, I'm not sure when my 3D flower design is going to go up, probably before this one. Yeah, some of them really just don't work so well. But yeah, I paid 12 quid for about 30 pots, so I don't even think I paid 12 quid, probably less than that. So I'm really not going to moan or complain in the slightest, because I can also use them as a gel polish like I've done on this. See, this one is going a lot better, but I'm still not quite. And there were certain parts when I was like, just stop faffing, Shona. Just leave it alone. Well, now you've just made it worse. So just stop. For the love of God, woman, just stop. Anyway, right, we are going to just carry out. Now, I get to the end of doing this, I'm like, it just doesn't look right. It just doesn't look right. So I'm going to come in next and use it's the Azure Spider Gel Paint Gel. That it's a nice kind of, it's a silver, but it's a dark silver. And I'm just going to come along to try and make like a bit of a accent to the flowers. Yeah, here we go. You see, I'm just coming in and fiddling even more. This, in fact, I only came back and did this one because I liked how the second one turned out, which was less pokey than this one. So I'll come back to try and fix this one a bit more. Yeah, I'm not sure I was successful on that one. Oh, dear. The thing is when you watch yourself back, it's like you're almost shouting at the scene, going, what are you doing? Why? Well, because there's nothing you can do. It's been recorded, you know. You decided it is. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so apparently we haven't got to the part where I've moved on to the Azure Gel yet. My God, I've faffed at this for a long time. Yeah, right, I think we're going to move on. Right, Azure Paint Gel. See, look, I'm going to mix it up and all of a sudden it suddenly turns silver. But it's quite a nice, yeah, like I say, a dark silver. And all I'm going to do is just come along and just put some accents, if you like, into this nail. So obviously if they're petals, they would have some little veiny bits going up them. Obviously not quite like leaves. Yeah, you can see what I mean. Hopefully. And that's all I'm going to do on there, and just do a bit on each of the flowers, and then I'll cure that in my lamp for 60 seconds. I forgot to say that once I gel polish these, I put matte top coat on before I came in to do the watercolour, because it just sticks better. Okay. See, we're just going to do exactly the same on this one for now. For now? Now. Okay, then I'm going to come in with these. These are crushed glass, and they're just amazing. I love them. We all know I like to play with different things. So I'm going to come along with some matte top coat over the top again. And then I'm just going to stick a couple of these into the middle of the flowers. And then that's it. That's this design done. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something. I will try not to bore you senseless with my next video. And I will hopefully see you all again soon.